they decided to kind of re-release Werewolf by Night this year for the Halloween season. I was really hoping to get some other story for this Halloween, like some other venture into the Marvel horror realm, maybe Tomb of Dracula short or special presentation, what have you. Ghost Rider, who knows? I mean, there's so many um, dark stories that they could tell. There's so much source material for this stuff that I was really hoping that they would continue with that trend and like do something different every year. Um, they didn't do it this year, but they did give us Werewolf by Night in color, which, at first I'm like, why? Why do they do this? Because, I like the black and white. It adds to the vintageness of what it is, right? It's very much a callback, um, a shout out, a paying homage to the horror movies of old. I mean, really old. I mean, way back to like silent films and early talkies, right? Um, those those films are what you think of when you watch Werewolf by Night in black and white, not as much in color. And I thought, man, this is really gonna just take away from that a little bit, the vintage feel of it. And surprisingly, I actually enjoyed rewatching it in color. It's worth a watch because you get to see things that maybe you didn't see or pick up on, little idiosyncrasies, little things that are just slightly different or brought to light in color. Just kind of things you're like, oh, I guess I didn't realize, that would have been that color because it was in black and white. All you see is shades, right? Darks, lights, grays, blacks, whites. So it was interesting. You remember in the original, the only thing that was in color was the bloodstone. It was always that bright ruby red bloodstone, and everything else was in black and white, which was really cool, right? It shines a light on how important this gem is. Now, I really enjoyed the color version because it gave you more. And you know what? It still felt pretty vintagey. I thought it would also kind of take away and make things look a little more like if I saw it in color, would I think it looked lame? Would I think it looked not as good? Would it take away a little bit of the mystique and kind of shine a light on things that didn't look so great? And I found that not really. I actually still thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I prefer the black and white version just because that's how it was meant to be seen. I think it it does take away a little bit in that respect. It's better as an homage with the black and white veneer, right? But I still liked it. I still liked it, and I think it offers something that the black and white version doesn't. So I would say go check it out if you haven't. If you're kind of overlooking it and saying like, I've already seen Werewolf by Night, why do I need to see it in color? Trust me, I was the same way. It still gives you a little extra, and it's a fantastic outing by Marvel. I think it's. I remember I had it up there as one of my top rated things the year that it came out. So even for that, it's a great show, And if you haven't watched the black and white version, go watch the black and white. Watch it first and get the version that was meant to be gotten. All right, check that one out first. Then yeah, give it a shot in color, and you will find some things that maybe you didn't notice in the original black and white version. So that's my 2 cents. If you have watched this, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. Send me an email. You can write in, or you can find me on social media at Real Brett Scott. But if you don't want to do that, you can email the show, Marvel Plus Podcast at gmail.com.